What's up, guys? Six already here with another look at some figures around this week. Today we're looking at the DC Multiverse Todd McFarlane Toys Scarecrow figure. So yeah, this guy he released earlier. I think this in November, I believe. I kind of slept on him, and I was gonna get him on GameStop, and I kept waiting, and then I didn't, and then it sold out. And then Big Bad Toy Store, I had them in my pile of loot, and then I forgot to change the credit card information, you know. Because what I do is I don't buy all the figures right away, you know what I mean? Because if I did that, I'd be super poor. I just have a credit card on there that I just had, and usually it charges, or, you know, it lets me know, and then I go in there and update the payment. But I totally forgot to do that with this one. Because like I said, it's on default. I have so many things on pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store that if I were to do my original credit card, I would be, my truck wouldn't be paid off because it's so many figures. So I always do that just in case, you know, especially with some of these releases, like you can get them in different places. So, but like I said, GameStop sold out, and then Big Bad Toy Store, I had it, and then I forgot to update it. And then anyway, I was able to get this off the McFarlane Toy Store themselves. I had to pay the extra shipping, which whatever. It is what it is. But anyway, here he is looking pretty cool. This is a standard box, window box that he comes in. But he is looking really cool. I'm actually looking forward to this guy. You know, I've been wanting a cool Scarecrow figure for my line. I still need to get my DC Classics one to fit in with my Legion of Doom. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, the side, you got the Scarecrow DC Classics on there, and then in the back you have this artwork, which is very interesting that, you know, this doesn't really look like the figure. And that's the thing about McFarlane, unfortunately. A lot of these characters or toys that they come out with don't look exactly like this. They look different. So, but I'm not complaining because this one actually looks really, really cool. So we're getting him out of the packaging to get a closer look at the DC Multiverse Scarecrow figure. All right, here is Scarecrow out of the packaging. Oh my God. This looks freaking awesome. I am really, really digging this. Let's get a closer look. I love those browns on him, even those ugly yellows. But look at this face sculpt. If that doesn't give you nightmares, I don't know what will. Look at that. The straw hat. All the cool details. You got that string there. Then you got the neck piece right here. And look at all the stitching or whatever. Not stitching, but wraps on him. Of course, you know, they don't do pinless, so he's gonna be with the pins. But like I said, I don't care. You got one gripping hand, or, you know, holding hand, and then one open hand here. Going down the legs, you got some patches here, the knees. Yeah, this guy looks really, really cool. I'm really feeling this guy. He has toe articulation here, so really neat. Really, really neat. I'm liking this. This is really cool. Loving that face sculpt. That's awesome. All right, so of course you can see part of his accessory is this. I think it's called a hatchet. So I just put, yeah, like something. Yeah, you gotta really. I can't get it in there. Just like. Okay, I don't want to break it, so we'll just put it there. And then of course he comes with this cool little skull, and that goes in his hand like that. So, oh man, this is really cool. I like that face sculpt. This is really cool. So yeah, that's all he comes with. Of course, the, you know, like I said, the little hatchet, and then the skull, and then his stand, and then his comic. So, or his trading card. But of course, you know, he looks skinnier here. He looks a little more buff here, you know, or he's been to the gym. But I really like him. I'm actually glad that I actually got a cool Scarecrow in my collection. I really wanted one for a very long time. Like I said, I still want to get a DC Classics one. I'm not sure which one to do, just to put him with my Legion of Doom there. And of course, if they do the McFarlane, hopefully he does the retro one too. and we will have all that. All right, so let's get this guy on my turntable to get my final thoughts on the DC Multiverse Scarecrow figure. All right, here are my final thoughts on the DC Multiverse classic Scarecrow figure from McFarlane Toys. All I can say, this is a really, really cool figure. I'm loving the colors. I'm loving the face sculpt. The face sculpt looks scary. This guy looks very cool. One thing, it's so funny because every single time they do the artwork of the figure, they put whatever's the back of the figure, and you actually get the figure, it's different because the artwork, he looks pretty skinny. This guy looks a little buff, and I actually like this version. This one looks really cool. He looks very menacing. He just looks great, and I'm very excited that I got him. Couple of nitpicks. Number one, this hand here is very, very tight. So getting that hatchet in there is a pain in the butt. I'm actually going to need to heat it up so I can get it loose, so I can get it in there, because I don't want to break that. Other than that, I can't really feel anything else. He's great. He's awesome. Like I said, that face sculpt, that hat, the colors. This is a Scarecrow that I've always wanted when I was younger, when I wanted to finish my, the DC Classics line. I never found a cool Scarecrow. I never grabbed something that I thought was cool. So for me to finally get him, sadly, the scale doesn't fit. I can't put him in the other DC figures that I have. He will fit exactly in with the McFarlane figures, which I have a few now. But other than that, this guy could honestly be on my list of figure of the year. So check out for that video. It's coming soon. I'll be doing it very, very soon, getting it out of, getting it there just for the fun of it, But I want to thank everybody for the support, all my new subscribers. Keep sharing, keep liking, keep watching. More videos to come. We got, 2026 coming up soon. Gonna have more figures. Let's see where McFarlane goes and see if we have more cool stuff coming. We will see. And of course, I'm looking forward to the Super Friends version of Scarecrow, because he was in the Legion of Doom. So we'll see what happens. All right, so thank you all for your support. We will see you later.
Ladies and gentlemen,
make sure you like, share, and subscribe.